So all Walmart was trying to do is impress y'all with their insight, awareness, and wokeness by having Juneteenth themed items and ice cream, capped off by the creme de la creme of ice cream. And it was red velvet cake flavored. And all of these were under their house brand of great value.
Yeah, but there was so much negative publicity and social media noise that they ended up pulling all the items off the shelf, and a clear month before. They pulled them off in May, and that was a month before Juneteenth. As a lot of people say, no good deed goes unpunished.
Yeah, and it really had an effect on national corporations across the country because they all got skittish about their Juneteenth plans as a result of what happened with Walmart. So they really didn't know what to do. So while we don't know what Walmart did or did not do, what we're going to do is talk about how we would have counseled with them and approached it from a marketing perspective had they been our client.
And frankly, the way we approach situations like that is we always ask before acting. And the asking can be in the form of either qualitative or quantitative research. But if you really want to understand perceptions and how people feel about issues, then you usually go to qualitative research, which really is about one-on-one interviews and focus groups. And often, if you ask the right questions, you might not get the answers you expect, but you'll get answers from your target audience. So that is a critical piece of the equation. Asking the right questions. If they had done so, they may have gotten some semblance of notion about what the issues and obstacles
and negative perceptions.
And negative perceptions as well. Absolutely.
Right. And when you say focus groups, let me point out to the corporate executives out there that might be watching this, you mean external focus groups. External focus groups, because not, just gathering your Black employees and going to the conference room and asking them what they think about something. Because although I know they are brilliant, capable, smart people, they work for you. And some of them are so happy that you finally did something, or your company is finally doing something to recognize and acknowledge Black culture and whatnot, that they're just happy and they don't want to do anything to dissuade you from doing it at all. But so many of them are prone to tell you what they think you want to hear as opposed to what you need to hear.
Yeah, and corporate executives really can't afford to lean on their own understanding, particularly of ethnicities and cultures that are different from theirs.
Right.
There are too many things historically, there are too many nuances that can really impact, a specific culture or race or ethnicity. So in order for you to really understand what the foundational narrative ought to be when you're targeting those audiences, then you have got to spend some time asking the right questions and seeking professional advice from those who live within this skin and who live in that culture.
To translate that intelligence.
Absolutely.
And there is a truism and a principle of this thing that should have come out. And that is, when you give, you will receive. Check this out. Walmart in 2021 had $560 billion in gross revenues. That's said another way, that's $500 billion in gross revenues. You think maybe for the Juneteenth campaign for the ice cream, they might have been able to find a Black-owned ice cream company to make it for them or do business with them? I mean...
Yeah, possibly, but just in case they couldn't, it would have been great if they had thought about incentivizing, some other African-American based organization, a nonprofit, providing funds to that organization? Or how about a contribution to HBCUs?
Yeah.
They need that. And I think if they had done that, people, the public, African Americans would have received that with a different kind of spirit being directed toward their campaign.
I agree. It would have made all the difference in the world. And I just wish we could have been around to help them walk away from with a success as opposed to a sorry.
It would have been a different outcome.